Hi, I'm Rafi. Welcome to my channel where I talk about fragrances. Then today I'm going to talk about 10 fragrances because 10 is the best. We know 10 is the best. Sometimes I say 10 is not the best, but I'm lying. One more time. Hi everybody, I'm Rafi. Welcome to my channel and we talk about fragrances here. Meaning me and all of my other personalities. We talk about fragrances here, don't we? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Good, good. And today's video is going to be a top 10. And I know I've said in the previous videos that 10 is really not the best number. I usually say something like 10, but today I'm going to say 10 is the best because 10 is the best, because top 10, why not? And I'm going to count this down in order of preference for me, and the title of the video may suggest that this is the top 10 best autumn fragrances for life. This is sort of like a desert island sort of list, in that for me, if I had to only choose 10 fragrances for autumn that I find appropriate for autumn, I will choose these 10. And luckily enough, it's 10 that I own and have worn many times. And at number 10, I'm going to come in and say it's going to be by the house of Nishane, and the fragrance is called Pachuli Kozha. Now, Kozha means cocoon, and a patchouli cocoon is what this is. However, there's no patchouli in here. It's all about labdanum. That's all I'm getting out of this. It's sort of like that amber. The labdanum sort of goop is really prominent in this. There might be a hint of patchouli in here as well, and it's quite sweet. It's actually quite sweet. When I was wearing this, someone was like, "Hey, who's baking gingerbread men here?" It was me. Quite strong as well, quite well projecting, and a very cozy kind of autumn scent, but more of a grown-up, serious autumn scent. Pachuli Kozha by Nishane. Number 9 is inappropriately named Mon Numero 10 by Parfumeur. Beautiful scent, lovely, spicy, somewhat subdued and muted in some aspects of its sweetness, where it's hinting at some sweetness, but it's not really as sweet as it smells from the cap. However, I do love this one, and I think that it's very appropriate for autumn wear. One of L'Artisan's best, in my opinion, and I've smelled quite a number of them, and quite a number of them have been kind of unimpressive, but there are a few that just, oh, so good. They take you on a journey, and Mon Numero 10 is one of those. Number 7 on this list, no wait, did I say number 7? No, number 8, if I knew how to count, I would be a count. Number 8 on this list is Amethyst by Boadicea the Victorious. Boudicca. It's actually Boudicca. That's the real word for it. When they said Boudicca was the Victorious, somebody misspelt it, and so it's Boadicea from then on, and that's why it's called Boadicea the Victorious. That's funny, isn't it? Anyway, this one is plums, drunken plums, and cinnamon. It's appropriate that it comes in a purple bottle because it gives me the vibe of purple, as in the color of plums. But then there's a whole bunch of cinnamon to back it up. It's got a really hefty backbone. It's actually quite high in perfume oil concentration, so it does last for quite a long time. It's not the cheapest thing in the world, but it's just gorgeous, as in scent and presentation with the Boadicea, sort of the Victorious bottles, which I am a fan of. And I've got a few bottles from this house already. I'm always very impressed, especially the ones that have been done by Christian Provenzano. What a nose. That is another very lovely, I'd say, if you want to be cozy, but from a distance, then Amethyst is the one because the projection is really, really enormous on this one. Very high quality scent. Now we get to 7, which is a fragrance that I've talked about before, and I'll keep talking about it because it's still available and you can get it. It's called Coromandel by Chanel. It's in the Chanel Les Exclusives line. And it was released, I believe, in late 2006, 2007 as an eau de toilette. Discontinued in 2016, I think, and then it came back as an eau de parfum, which a lot of the old eau de toilette line of the Les Exclusives were discontinued and brought back as eau de parfums. And so now you can get it in eau de parfum. The difference is very, very minimal. It's very minimal. I think that anybody who loves things like white chocolate and the chocolatey elements of patchouli would really appreciate this one. It's not a gourmand or anything like that, otherwise I wouldn't really like it as much as I do, but it's really, again, it's quite sort of almost elegant and not regal, not in a regal sense, but elegant in an eloquent sense. That's what it's all about. And it's kind of rough in the base notes, because you lose the white chocolate nuance that you get in the top notes. But I think that it's a fantastic fragrance by Chanel. If you haven't smelled Coromandel, please check out Coromandel. It's phenomenal scent, and I've talked about it before in my Unicorns series of fragrances, which I'll have a link to in the description, or even put a card up here so that you can click on it and open it up in another tab or watch it next or something like that. So do that. Number 6, coming in at number 6 is Hypnose by Lancome. Now, something I should tell you about this list of fragrances is that none of these fragrances are discontinued. None of them are discontinued, right? If I was to put discontinued fragrances in this list, then I wouldn't be able to take it to a desert island with me, which means I couldn't wear it over and over again, which means I couldn't get backup bottles of it at a reasonable price. So instead of having Miracle Homme by Lancome, because that's discontinued and really expensive, I am putting Hypnose Homme by Lancome in here. Very unique scent for a designer scent. It's incredibly well put together. It actually lasts quite a long time. It's almost like, wow, it's got maple leaves as a note, and I don't think that I can say that they have a smell, but the smell of this fragrance gives me the imagery of autumn leaves, like lots of brown and red sort of autumn leaves. that's what it gives me. And it kind of like has a little bit of a maple syrupy kind of vibe, or maple kind of vibe. It's incredible how amazingly well put together this fragrance is. Hypnose by Lancome. Next up, we've got Yves Saint Laurent and Cinema, which I've talked about before as being a really awesome fragrance. Probably not for all men, especially those men who don't really appreciate kind of more feminine leaning fragrances. It is quite strong, quite well projecting. It is, again, it's one of those vanilla bombs which I really don't like, but I really enjoy this one for some reason. It's just so well done, and like it's really popular with women, but I don't get to see or smell too many men sort of wearing this. I'll wear it, it's cool, and I think that it's a fantastic scent for autumn. Next one is Epic by Amouage. It's Epic Man. All the spices in here. It's again probably getting towards more the later part of autumn when it starts to get a little bit more chilly heading into winter, and I'd say that this is a perfect scent when you're outdoors in the greenery, in the forests or whatever, doing really manly things, chopping down trees. I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but Epic Man is epic. I've talked about it in my video for Epic, which I'll again link to, or if you want to search on my channel for Epic Man by Amouage. I've done a really in-depth sort of review on that one as well, and it's a fantastic scent for autumn. The next one really doesn't get talked about very often, but if you like Immortelle, and if you really like Immortelle, then this is a fantastic fragrance. It's by Lalique. It's in the Noir Premiere line of Lalique, and it's probably the best one in the line. It's called Fleur Universelle. It's fantastic value. It's beautiful bottle, beautiful lacquered box that you get, and the scent is enormous. It's well projecting, but it's not cloying. It's very aerated. It's very sort of surround sound as well. Again, it's a fantastic scent for autumn. Second last one in this list is none other than Roja Parfums, and it is Enigma pour homme parfum, not the parfum cologne, but the parfum, and it is also known as Creation E.
to me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine.
And I absolutely adore this one. It is that Coca-Cola vibe, but that opening on this, the opening on this fragrance is just, I just can't stop smelling myself when I spray it on. I just got to spray it on, and I'm smelling myself for like the next half an hour until I sort of, you know, catch glimpses of other people looking at me funny because I keep on walking around smelling myself. It's just that amazing. The longevity is enormous. The projection is really good as well. And as a scent, it's quite unique, especially in the lineup of all the other Rojas that are out there. It's actually quite unique. I think there is maybe one other Roja that's in the similar vein, but Enigma, just so approachable, and it's just very original, and I absolutely love this one. And the last one, which I don't have B-roll of, is because I've got it right here. It is by Stephane Humbert Lucas, and I paid a pretty penny for this because I bought this full price. It is Hira by Stephane Humbert Lucas. Hira, absolutely adore this one. It is a Fleur, which means it's a fragrance that consists of only one note, and that note is ambergris, or fossilized ambergris. And this is going to be my scent of the night. 1, 2, 3, and one for the back. And that's probably too many for this fragrance because goddamn, it is so strong and really well projecting. The concentration on this is enormous. This, even though it's one note, it's just different at different times of the day, in different temperatures and at different lengths. If you smell it close up or if you smell it further away, it just changes. And I think so far from everything that I've smelled from this house, this is up there as one of my all-time favorites, along with Soleil Jeddah and Mortal Skin. Those three blowing my mind every time I smell them, and I think that it deserves its place as the #1 autumn fragrance for life. If I was to go on a desert island forever and not be able to buy any other or get any other fragrances, this would be at the top of the list for me. It's not for everybody. Trust me when I say this, it's not for everybody. It's not a very, people-pleasing kind of thing. It is true to the word. It is niche, and that's what I love about it. That's where my nose is at. Absolutely adore this. It's just, oh man, it takes me places, this fragrance. It really does. It takes me to where I grew up. In my grandparents' house, there's an old wardrobe that had sort of soaked. I wrote about it on my Instagram when I posted about this fragrance and where it took me. If you want, check it out. I'll put a link to my Instagram page in the description as well. But there you have it. That is all 10 of them. That's my top 10 autumn fragrances for life, and I hope you enjoyed that list as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And as always, thanks for watching.
Don't leave me high and dry.